You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become. Carl Jung. They say we've entered the age of Aquarius, a time when intuition outweighs instruction and authenticity has become the most valuable currency we can offer. But here's the part no one really talks about. Carl Jung, the Swiss psychologist who dedicated his life to mapping the human soul, foresaw this shift a century ago. It wasn't outlined in an economic forecast or buried in a stock market analysis. It was a psychological prediction, a reading not of numbers, but of the human spirit. Jung wasn't tracking trends. He was studying the inner landscapes that shape every decision we make. In a culture obsessed with hustle, constant competition, and the relentless pressure to do more, Jung's message was radically different. He told us, "You are not what happened to you. You are what you choose to become." And here's the twist. What if building wealth today isn't about working longer hours or stacking more tasks, but about going deeper into who you really are? What if the very parts of yourself you've tried to hide, your shadow, are actually holding the key to your greatest creativity, your most magnetic influence, and yes, your financial freedom? Stay with me until the end of this video, because I'm going to share 5 powerful ideas. They're not about quick hacks, trending apps, or overnight success schemes. They're about creating something far more sustainable, an income rooted in your inner truth. Let's get one thing straight before we go any further. Carl Jung isn't on TikTok. He's not selling a get-rich-in-30 days course, and he never invested in the latest crypto craze. What he did understand, better than most people today understand algorithms, was the deep architecture of the human psyche, the patterns, the stories, the hidden forces that shape our choices. That's exactly what he gave us, a blueprint for unlocking something far more powerful than any strategy, your authentic self. If there's a real modern-day life hack, it's this: alignment is the new hustle. But here's the thing. Before we can talk about making money, we have to talk about wholeness. Jung's 2 cornerstone ideas, individuation and the shadow, hold the keys. Individuation is the process of becoming whole, integrating every conscious and unconscious part of yourself. It's becoming the truest version of you, not the version that simply aced exams, followed the rules, or lived to please everyone else. Then there's the shadow, the parts of yourself you've pushed aside. Your quirks, your anger, your wild dreams, your impulse to walk away from your desk job and paint murals in Costa Rica. Jung said it best, the shadow isn't evil. It's unlived life. And within that unlived life is often the spark of your genius. Let me give you a real-world example. A woman I know was once a top-tier corporate lawyer, sharp, respected, admired. From the outside, she looked like the perfect definition of success, but privately, she was miserable. What she truly loved was sketching cartoons and writing surreal, whimsical stories that made sense only to her. After years of burnout, she walked away from law, and for the first time in decades, she let herself draw just for the joy of it. Fast forward 2 years, and she's the creator of a hit webcomic series, earning more than she ever did in her old career. Her success didn't come from another degree, a longer resume, or grinding harder. It came from embracing the part of herself she'd been hiding, and letting her inner child have a voice. That's individuation in action. That's what happens when you stop suppressing your shadow and start integrating it. Here's the golden insight. We're living in an era where influence and authenticity outshine hard labor and perfectionism. The world is tired of curated masks and flawless performances. People are craving something real. They want humanness. They want resonance over perfection. When you show up as your whole self, your quirks, your dreams, your unpolished edges, you become magnetic. Integration leads to expansion, and consciousness? That becomes your currency. Now, let's talk about the shift we're in. The old story told us we had to grind to earn, shrink ourselves to succeed, and fight tooth and nail to get ahead. That story is crumbling. Technology is automating half the jobs we once thought were secure. Audiences are becoming more intuitive. Consumers aren't just buying, they're creating. Meaning is the new marketplace. And when you stop contorting yourself to fit into systems that were never built for you, you discover something powerful. You are the system now. Your story becomes your strategy. Your energy becomes your economy. Money stops being the prize for silent suffering. It becomes the natural result of living fully, of showing up as yourself. Before we go deeper, if you love exploring big ideas about life, psychology, and personal growth, make sure to subscribe to our channel. That way, you'll never miss an opportunity to expand your mind and uncover insights that can transform the way you live. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you may see that your most sustainable path to wealth has been hiding in plain sight, inside your own story. And now, let's dive into 5 spiritually aligned, authentically driven ways to earn money, not by pushing harder, but by becoming more of who you already are. These aren't quick fixes or overnight success schemes. They're paths to creating income by showing up as your most authentic self without twisting into something you're not. Think about the hardest thing you've ever survived. The breakup that shattered you. The addiction you thought you'd never overcome. The betrayal that left you questioning everyone. The shame that kept you silent for years. Here's the truth. Those aren't your weaknesses. They're your gold. In a world starving for honesty, authenticity has become more than just a trendy word. It's a lifeline. When you share your story with self-awareness, not for sympathy, but for healing, people listen. They connect. And yes, sometimes they pay. Therapists are building YouTube channels. Survivors are becoming best-selling authors. Every day people are turning lived experience into podcasts, courses, documentaries, even art-based apps. It's not your diploma that draws people in, it's your depth. The shadow whispers, no one will care. The truth? That's exactly what someone out there needs to hear. When you stop performing and start revealing, income follows. Sometimes slowly, often in unexpected ways, but always after honesty becomes your foundation. Your life is your greatest teacher. Let's be real. The idea that you need an impressive degree to be respected is fading fast. For decades, we were told to earn the certificate, get the title, and hang the framed piece of paper on the wall to prove our worth. But today, people are waking up to something profound. Information doesn't automatically create transformation. You can have a master's degree and still be lost in your emotions. You can hold a PhD and still be completely disconnected from your intuition. You can spend $100,000 on education and still have no clue why you're here. What people want now isn't more facts, they want depth. They want lived wisdom. If you've walked through something and truly integrated it, you're qualified to guide others. Not because a school gave you permission, but because life itself initiated you. You know that spark you feel when inspiration hits out of nowhere? That's not random. That's your soul speaking. Creativity is the language of the unconscious. It's your deeper self breaking through the noise. And in a world where AI and automation are taking over repetitive tasks, originality has never been more sacred. People don't just buy pretty things anymore. They buy meaning. They buy resonance. You don't have to be the next Picasso or Beyoncé. You just need to create from truth. That could look like hand-painted intuitive art, spoken word poetry, archetype-inspired decks, dream-born illustrations, self-published journals or zines, and channeled writing. When something is created from a healed, authentic place, people feel it, and the marketplace responds. Your quirks, your vision, your strange metaphors, they're not flaws. They're your niche. TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, they're no longer just for dance challenges and memes. These platforms have become digital stages where people share 30 seconds of insight and change someone's entire day. When your words come from a grounded, integrated place, people know. They can feel it. Show up consistently with curiosity and service, and opportunities will start finding you. paid speaking engagements, creative collaborations, content monetization, private mentorship clients. You don't need to be an influencer. You can be a lighthouse, steady, authentic, and unmistakably visible. Here's an underrated truth. You don't need 10,000 followers. You need 10 real ones. If you have a unique perspective or lived experience, there are people out there searching for you. You can create safe spaces for self-discovery, online healing circles, niche newsletters, Patreon or Discord communities, member-supported workshops and courses. This isn't about being a guru. It's about being a mirror, a place where people feel seen, understood, and safe to grow. When trust is genuine, money becomes a natural byproduct of connection. Even when we have gifts to share, certain inner characters can hold us back. Jung might call them shadow identities, parts of ourselves that need to be seen and integrated before they stop running the show. This part of you believes, follow the rules. Wait for permission. Get approved first. It's the perfectionist voice that says, don't launch yet, you haven't learned enough. Don't sell it, you're not ready. Don't share, you still need more credentials. But here's the truth. Mastery doesn't come before action. It comes through action. The shift happens when you stop waiting for approval and start sharing your process. You can teach while you're still learning. You can sell your insights while you're still evolving. That's not fraud, it's leadership in real time. Another archetype wants to help everyone but refuses to charge for it. It whispers, how could I take money when people are hurting? It romanticizes struggle and treats poverty as spiritual purity. But here's reality. Healing costs something. It requires your time, energy, focus, and preparation. Your life force has value. Money is not a betrayal of service. It's a sacred exchange that allows you to keep serving without burning out. Some believe that creativity only counts if it comes with suffering, that money will poison your art. It's a romantic myth, but also a dangerous one, because it keeps brilliant people broke. Jung might say it's a shadow projection, the inner child refusing to believe it's safe to thrive. Abundance doesn't corrupt creativity, it amplifies it. It gives your art wings, letting it travel, reach more people, and make a greater impact. Another part of you hides, not from laziness, but from fear. It learned early that being seen could lead to judgment or harm. So your voice stayed small, your light stayed dim. But now is not the time for invisibility. You can be soft and still be seen. You can be gentle and still be powerful. You don't have to scream to be visible. You just have to stand in your truth long enough for people to notice. And then there's the part that over-delivers, over-explains, and overworks to prove it's worth it. It's exhaustion disguised as generosity. But you don't need to drain yourself to be valuable. You're allowed to receive without overcompensating. You're allowed to rest. True abundance flows through balance. You give, you receive, you breathe. Your work, your art, your story. They're not just ways to earn a living. They're ways to connect, to heal, and to express the deepest truths of who you are. When your income aligns with your authenticity, money stops being the destination. It becomes the natural result of living in integrity. Let's start here. What is the energy you naturally radiate without even trying? Not the job title on your resume. Not the role you've played to fit into expectations. I mean the actual frequency you bring into any space you enter. Is it grounding and steady, catalytic and bold, mysterious and mystical, soft, sharp, playful, or poetic? The truth is, your work and your income will only feel sustainable when they align with that authentic state. This means shaping your offers, your content, and your services not around trends or what's hot right now, but around the energy you truly embody. Ask yourself, if my soul ran my business, what would it look like? Then, start building from that place. No masks, no fake branding, just your essence. And the thing about essence? It's timeless, and it always resonates. This is where structure meets soul. Think of your energy as a story in progress. Some people will meet you at the very beginning of the book. Others will discover you halfway through. What do you want them to experience at each stage? Here's a simple yet powerful flow many soul-driven creators use today. Free resonance content, short videos, heartfelt writing, audio messages, personal insights, and archetypal storytelling. Not to push for sales, just to connect. Low entry offer, an accessible workshop, mini course, or creative product that lets people explore your world more deeply. Core signature offering, the heart of your work, a one-on-one service, group program, immersive mentorship, or online course that carries your deepest transmission. Community container, an ongoing membership or sacred space where people can continue to grow alongside you. You don't have to create all of these at once. Start with one. Let the rest emerge naturally as you evolve. When your business model mirrors your psyche, it becomes fluid, cyclical, and alive. Money without freedom is just another form of captivity, so let's turn the formula upside down. Instead of structuring your life around your work, structure your work around your life. Ask yourself, what time of day do I feel most alive? How many hours a week do I truly want to devote to others? Which clients or audiences give me energy instead of draining it? What level of income makes me feel secure, inspired, and creative? Once you have these answers, reverse engineer your offers and schedule to match them. No more exhausting calendars. No more trading your vitality for someone else's deadlines. You're not here just to be productive. You're here to stand fully in your power. Here's something no business textbook will tell you. Creativity isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It's a way to regulate your nervous system. It's spiritual hygiene. It's how you stay clear enough to serve others with depth and integrity. Your creativity is your compass. Neglect it, and you lose your direction. So make space every single day for creativity that isn't tied to money. Write, draw, dance, daydream. Use shadow journaling to release unconscious residue. Use movement to unfreeze your body and integrate emotions. Spend time in silence so you can truly hear your own voice. These aren't just hobbies. They're maintenance for your magic. Your income will always reflect your level of self-trust. And self-trust grows when you stop clinging to who you used to be. Your niche, your style, your offers, these are all meant to evolve. Let them. When your inner world expands, your outer world should shift too. Let your prices rise as your confidence deepens. Let your voice grow richer as your clarity sharpens. Let your audience expand as your truth becomes louder. You're not just building a brand, you're creating a body of work. Carl Jung taught us, and we're finally living it, that the outer world is a reflection of the inner world. The more you integrate, the more you receive. The more you express, the more you magnetize. The more you honor your truth, the more life honors you back. Yes, that includes financial abundance, but more importantly, it includes peace. Here's the invitation. Don't just watch this and move on. Let it land within you. Let it transform the way you see work, wealth, and your worth. The old hustle and burnout economy is fading. We are building something new, one authentic soul at a time. If this message spoke to you, share it. Let others know they don't have to sacrifice their truth for survival anymore. Subscribe to our channel and join a collective that's committed to living deeper, not just louder. This is the future Jung envisioned. We're not waiting for it. We're living it. Now it's your turn. Go create the life your soul has been whispering about, and let the money follow.